Hi everyone, it's Sunflower Spirit here. I hope you guys are doing well. So I'm gonna do an energy update and welcome to my channel if you're new and welcome back if you've been here before. Um, so so we're kind of in this Saturn is in retrograde and has been in retrograde since April 29th, and it'll be in retrograde like through like the middle of September, I think. And so basically what this means is that this is about karma, and karma is so what karma is I kind of think of it like the kind of almost like manifesting. It's like your actions, your thoughts, your behaviors, like everything that you do, think, say, be. Um, and then how that is kind of combined with your, like with a cycle or a, combined with like the, um, the lessons, the lessons that we go through. And so I look at, so like karma for me is like if you put, the magician with the world card, if that's better, if you're a visual person. But so it's not like bad or anything. It's just going to be like, whatever you I think for me anyway, it's going to be a time of um intense, like you can manifest things. You'll be able to manifest things, and things are going to be, it'll be easier to manifest, but you'll have to pay attention, whether you're manifesting what you want or not. But I'll do an energy update and kind of see what's going on. I hope everybody's doing well. So what messages do we need to know? What messages does everybody who watches this video need to know, please? We have the Three of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, oh my goodness, I just lost one. Okay, and we have the King of Wands. And then we have the Six of Cups. So I'm seeing that there's some sort of feeling of heartbreak or loss over, but it could just be like the harsh truth. Like sometimes truth is just very painful, and we have the sword, so it could be, there was some harsh truth that was kind of heartbreaking or painful. Um, I have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands, and they're kind of like facing off almost. They're facing each other, like they're looking at each other. So there could be some sort of heartbreak between these, between maybe some sort of more more materialistic type offer, and like I'm seeing like practicality versus passion, kind of. Like there's some sort of like practical, it could be an offer or it could just be a drive, like a motivation or a drive. And then there's a more like passionate, like wanting to kind of take leadership sort of energy with the King of Wands. And so there could be conflict just because they do look like they're facing off in this picture, but it doesn't have to be necessarily. And then with the Six of Cups, this is like harmony and balance, like finding harmony and balance in your relationships. It could be thinking about someone from the past, or there could be somebody that you are, someone from the past that you may be receiving an apology from, or you may be, kind of like opening yourself back up to, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. There's also, there also could be children involved with this, but it doesn't have to be. Let's see what, I'll clarify these cards and see if there's any other messages that come out. Because it does look like, and so maybe even what it is like with this Three of Swords here and the Six of Cups, maybe what's going on is like the practical part of yourself is like, this is the harsh reality, this is the truth. And the passionate, kind of like more idealistic part of yourself is like, no, um, I'm going to find this happiness. Like, I'm going to be determined and I'm going to be determined and stubborn and go after this, um, this happiness and this harmony. So, but let's clarify. I'll clarify and see if there's anything else. What other messages do you have, please? Why is the Three of Swords here, please? We have the Death card. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here, please? We have the Knight of Cups. Why is the King of Wands here, please? Whoa. We have the Emperor and we have the Lovers. So, and then Six of Cups. We have the Hierophant. So yeah, I'm seeing with this Three of Swords, there could have been like maybe like an abrupt ending with the Death card. Not necessarily a bad thing, but just maybe like an abrupt ending to something in your life, and maybe even possibly like almost like a rebirth, or just like having to start anew with something. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, this is like, it could be involving some sort of friendship, but it doesn't have to be. But I'm seeing, because there is, we do have that practical part with the Knight of Pentacles, but with the Knight of Cups is like usually like a really idealistic person. So it could be, there could, like I said, I'm just getting, maybe there's like this inner struggle where you're kind of like, I know I should be practical, like I have to be practical because of this truth, because of this reality, but I just like can't help myself. Like I want these dreams, I want this, you know, idealistic life. I want this. I'm still going to go after it. I'm still going to go after it. And so it's kind of like with the King of Wands, I see, this is, like I said, like more passion, more desire, more drive, um, having that perseverance, and just getting what you want. And with the Emperor here and the Lovers, it could be involving, some sort of partnership, some sort of commitment, just because I have both of them here. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be with the King of Wands here and the Emperor. That could just be like, I'm just getting more stubbornness with the Emperor here. Like I kind of mentioned that earlier with the King of Wands, but it's like this stubbornness, this like almost like wanting to like control it, but not necessarily in a bad way, just like more like taking control, just like taking your control back, taking your power back. And with the Lovers here, usually, I mean, there could be some sort of decision involved. Usually the Lover card for me is about some sort of decision. Yes, it can be about a partnership, but it doesn't always have to be. And it can also be about just, maturing yourself within your emotions, like emotional maturity and emotional growth. Um, and then with the Six of Cups and the Hierophant, I'm getting, I mean, yeah, I do have a lot of cards saying this could be about some sort of commitment, some sort of partnership, but it doesn't have to be. With the Six of Cups and the Hierophant, it's like, it's desiring that harmony like within yourself. And the Hierophant is also for me about like growing and developing with your gifts, with your values. Like, what do you believe in? What is your what is your philosophy of life? What is your value system? And it's developing those values and aligning yourself with those values, living in alignment. That's kind of what the Hierophant is for me. And it's, because he has these two pillars here. And so to me, that speaks of stability. And so with the Hierophant, for me, it's like, knowing what your values are, owning your values, and then living in alignment. And when you're living in alignment, you're like ultimately stable with yourself. You're stable with your values. You're stable emotionally. You are, physically grounded. It's like, so that's kind of what I see the Hierophant as. So it could be like, desiring the harmony and balance in your relationships and your partnerships, um, with other people in your life, and really like turning that inward and um, becoming like super stable and super aligned with what it is that you believe in. So for me, like being aligned is like having values, but not just having them. It's like living by them. It's living them every day. And that actually kind of goes along with what I was talking about with karma. That's kind of what I mean about karma is like knowing your values. First of all, you have to know what your values are, right? And then secondly, you have to um, you have to live by those. You have to, it's the whole thing like actions speak louder than words. So, you can tell people this is what I believe, this is my philosophy, blah, blah, blah. But people won't take you seriously unless you are actually, living by those standards, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what I was talking about. So yeah, this is really, really deep, really, really heavy. And I mean, I don't think I'd worry about like whatever this heartbreak, this harsh truth. I think it's just it was just this abrupt ending, like new beginning. And that's always, I mean, change is so hard. Change is hard for everybody. And, death is really about change, transformation, growth. And I see that like throughout this. I do see like, you might be fighting with yourself. You might be like having to make a decision like about your practicality and your passion and your idealism. I almost see these three here kind of just like, they're all like fighting for the leadership of your life. And the emperor's here like, no, wait a second, guys. Like, you got to get it together. Like, you know, we're all in control. We're all stable. We're all secure here. And so it's kind of just like I said, like that emotional maturity with, wanting to have this harmony, wanting to have the harmony in your life, and realizing that you have to find it within yourself. This is so beautiful, you guys. I love this. I love it. I definitely see a lot of transformation, a lot of change. So I'm going to pull an oracle. Well, actually, it's called the Osho Zen Tarot, but I like to use them kind of as oracle cards. So I'll pull one of these and see what else comes up. And hopefully this won't be too long. All right, so what other messages do you have regarding this spread, please? What other messages, universe, do you have regarding this spread? We have intensity. So this one is, I believe, fire, Mastery, fire, mastery of action. So the intensity is Knight of Fire. So 52. So I'll just read you the little description. Zen says, think of all the great words and great teachings as your deadly enemy. Avoid them because you have to find your own source. You have not to be a follower, an imitator. You have to be an original individual. You have to find your innermost core on your own with no guide, no guiding scriptures. It is a dark night, but with the intense fire of inquiry, you are bound to come to the sunrise. Everybody who has burned with intense inquiry has found the sunrise. Others only believe. Those who believe are not religious. They are simply avoiding the great adventure of religion by believing. So, yeah, this is kind of like saying, I think this is like, be yourself. And that's kind of what I was saying with your values. Like, you know, over here, what I was saying is like live by your values, be stable within yourself, find that stability within yourself. So this is beautiful. I love it. I love it for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying your week and your weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by. I will talk to you guys later.